Yo, this is Trav with a championship edition of Yo Trav Mad Ballin, Rim Runners. The Bucks win 105-98, Giannis reigns supreme, and Chris Paul falls short of his happy ending. So let's spark this up.
Music and sports, it's all the same. Making a name for yourself to get in the game. You're going hard in the paint, you're doing your thing. Keeping the crowd entertained while growing your fame. From the streets to the league, overseas. Wherever your talent takes you for the trophies. When you come into the system, just by all in. Go hard to the goal and put the ball in.
Yo, this is Trav with Yo Trav's Mad Ballin, our Rim Runners segment. As you can see, I'm solo right now. The mofo baller, Joe Lagura, is not with me today, so I will have to run this fast break by myself. I would rather have two. It would be even better to have five, but hey, I'm solo, and I think I can carry this load. As you already know, the NBA Finals are over, but before we talk about that, check out my new logo. I know you saw that before the show came on. That's the new Yo Trav Mad Ballin logo. I've been getting some messages from people they've been tripping about. Yo, why your logo is cheesy? Well, it did. So we went out there and got somebody to throw it together, and we got it right this time. And as you can also see, look behind me. That's a blank wall. The whiteboard with the play on it, it's somewhere else, but it's not there. We're going to fix these things up in our next broadcast. We're not doing anything too elaborate, but you'll get a chance to see that when we get around to it. Also, subscribe to our channel. We're doing some good things, but we need to do better things. Subscribe to our channel, hit the thumbs up, like our page, do all those things you have to do. And comment. We need comments in there because we want to be interactive. We want to know what's on your mind. Give us some show ideas. Everything show related is in the description below. So check that out as well, including joining our Facebook page. Yo Trav's Mad Ballin. It's a group, not a page, but Yo Trav's Mad Ballin. Get in there, have a little banter, be respectful. You can talk to trash, but keep it within some reason. And, so we can have a good time in there as well. We do have some huge things coming up in the future. I'll put you on to it and I'll keep it up and let you know what's going on as we move forward. Now, to the business at hand. The Milwaukee Bucks win Game 6, winning the NBA championship for the first time in 50 years by the score of 105-98. They beat the Phoenix Suns after being down 0-2. They come back, win 4 straight, led by their leader and newest NBA icon, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He did his thing. And the bottom line is this. We talked about whether he was a lead dog. And I remember Perkins talking about that he's not a lead dog, he needs a Robin. He proved it unequivocally. He is Batman. He may even be Superman. And after his display in Game 6, he is Superman. And they did not have kryptonite. They, being Phoenix, did not have kryptonite for him. And as we saw, 50 points dropped. For the 50 years they did not have a championship by Giannis. 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. This guy, if he was going to get an endorsement, get that sunblock endorsement ready, because this guy was blocking the Suns all day in Game 6. He would just went completely off. But it's still a team sport, and when it comes to team sports, you need supporting cast. And he did. We had Drew Holiday. We had Chris Middleton, the guys that myself and the mofo baller called a little bit inconsistent. But when one was inconsistent, the other one showed up. But they put their Wonder Twin powers together for this game, and that's how we got the end result. Drew Holiday, he didn't need a lot of points. He scored 12. He threw 11 dimes. He passed them out. And he helped the team that way. He also chimed in with 9 rebounds. Chris Middleton, he put in 17 points. He brought something to the table. The ironic part here is Brook Lopez showed up, and of course, the Spark Plug. Bobby Portis, he showed up as well. This guy gives so much energy off of the bench. He really excites either on the road or at home for the Milwaukee Bucks, and he showed up in this game. Only 5 players scored in this game for the Bucks, and it was good enough. Now you have your 2020/2021 NBA champions, the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's absolutely something we did not see coming. We talked about it in the preseason, I guess. when you thought it would be the Nets and maybe the Lakers or the Clippers. Milwaukee was just a team that was going to be in the way of the Nets. And as things turned out, all of these unforeseen circumstances that we talk about happened. Players got injured, lots of them. And the Bucks ended up getting over the hump, being down, being able to overcome the adversity, and becoming champions. Now, of course, they don't get to put up a great Game 6 or a great series without having a dance partner. That dance partner, the Phoenix Suns with Chris Paul, the storylines, the long NBA career, the tumultuous times with other players for which he was sent from team to team. And now this time, for the first time in his 16-year career, he had an opportunity to get into a championship game and try to win it. And he did all he could. See, the one thing that we did not talk about, and the one thing that they did not talk about ad nauseum, was Chris Paul just came off of COVID, and he still dropped a 40-point game thereafter. And then he comes into this series, he puts up numbers, and we wonder, well, he's not doing what Chris Paul normally does. So Chris Paul shows up, and he needs his supporting cast. They showed up when they needed to on occasion. They made some great moments on occasion. Obviously, not enough. And we see what happens. When you don't put in the effort, you don't win the game. Chris Paul sit over 26 points up. He had his 5 assists. He's known for having more assists, getting his players involved. But I think he did a lot of what he did when he had put up his 40 points. He felt he had to take over. But I wish he would have had more help. That help being Devin Booker, a guy who has been compared to Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality reincarnate, and he didn't get the job done. One thing I realized, and I think some of you may have as well, Devin Booker puts up those scores, he puts up those big numbers, but he does not win the game. When he scored 70 points, he didn't win the game. When he scored 40 points on multiple occasions, he did not win the game. See, the points do matter, but when you score those points, matters just as much and maybe even more. Because if you score 40 points in the first half on a 42-point night, and you show up in the second half and score 2, especially if that 2 came in the fourth quarter and you lose in a close game, it's empty. And we got a lot of that from Devin this past playoff. Also, he scored 19 points that night. That's, I think, good. But when you're not scoring 19 points, I think you need to do other things. Defense in particular. Defense is a lost art in the NBA, as we know, and the people who do play defense get extra acclaim because they're doing something that they're supposed to have been done. But we see it's in the offensive league, but you still need defense. Devin Booker had 5 steals throughout the entire series, by the way, 5 steals. 3 of them in the first game in which there was a blowout at home. So the enthusiasm and maybe a little bit of Milwaukee taking their foot off the gas, knowing the outcome was already decided, probably allowed him to do that. But 2 more over the next 5 games? Seriously? You need to do something. You don't have a Mamba mentality when you do not play defense like that. Because as we know, Kobe had made multiple first-team defensive teams in the NBA. So, you know, you want to keep up with that Kobe mantra. Of course, you say it in public, no. But the way you play and the way you get after it, you have the Mamba on the mind. You need to start acting like a Mamba. Or even make your own identity. So you can be a book Mamba or bookworm. Whatever the hell it is, you need to do different than what you're doing right now. Yo, Trav, Matt Ballin, our Rim Runners special, running solo right now. The Milwaukee Bucks, 105-98 champions against the Phoenix Suns to claim their first championship in 50 years from 1971 to 2021. And we have our questions, but we'll have answers when the season starts up and they have to defend this. What's next? Do they run it back? We don't know. With all of these other teams getting healthy, all of these other teams adding to their rosters, and these other teams, well, just being better overall. We'll find out. But until then, allow Milwaukee to celebrate a championship they probably wasn't expecting when the season started, but really grew into the part as the season had gone on and as the playoffs moved along. And we saw the injuries. And they even had their own scare with Giannis with his injury. But they came back. They stayed the course. They were resilient. They were down 0-2. They came back and won 4 straight games. And now they're champions. I'm Yo Trav. Yo Trav's Matt Ballin. My Rim Runners segment is coming to an end. Once again, hit that subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up. Comment. We want to hear from you. Yo Trav, signing out. See you later. Oh.